back, still me David, still One Up Gaming, still episode 355 of the One Up Game podcast. Going to go through some news this week, but I do have a couple of things to show you. I'll show you one thing now, I'll show you one thing right now. And that, my friends, is this. I don't know how well you can see it. But this is a part of our new range of t-shirts. I don't know if anyone remembers old 1980s TV movies, but it's a reference to Flight of the Navigator. So this, it's not a print, it's actually embroidered. So a bit of embroidery there. So really nice. I think it's about £12. So check out our Etsy store, I think it's on. So just go to Etsy and search One Up Gaming, all one word, and find us. Flight of the Navigator, mint movie, brilliant sort of series. I'll show you one more t-shirt, and this is more gaming, more related to us. But we do have a Ridge Racer t-shirt, which I quite enjoy the style of. And as an Easter egg at the back, it does have our little One Up Gaming logo on the back. But that is our Ridge Racer OUG t-shirt. I think that one's about £12 again. So it's not too bad, not expensive, not too bad. Oh, grab these. While I'm here stretching behind me, subscribe to the YouTube channel and just write Recon 70 for a chance to win these Turtle Beach Recon 70 headphones. UK only, but we will do our best to get those sent out ASAP. So this week we're going to go with a bit of news, and we have got Ubisoft boss wishes he'd waited for Nintendo Switch 2 to release Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Don't know why, I think it's doing quite well. But basically they're saying that regards to Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope on the Nintendo Switch, wish he'd waited for the console successor. Speaking to GBiz, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot says Sparks of Hope would have likely performed better if it had not released on the same platform as the first game. Given their similar gameplay experiences, well, make a better game then. We already released the Mario Rabbids game on Switch, so by doing another one, two similar experiences on the one machine. On the Nintendo, games like this never die. There are 25 Mario games on Switch. Nintendo has advertised that it's better to do one iteration on each machine. We were a bit too early, we should have waited for the next console. Because you can play a great game and we think it will last for 10 years because we will update it with new machine that will come in the future, blah blah blah. What do you guys think? Do you think that they should have waited for the Nintendo Switch 2? Or do you reckon that they were just greedy, and a good game is a good game no matter what console or system that it was released on? I mean, I do understand, but at the same time you can't just not release a game for 10 years just to wait for the next machine. I mean, that's what Nintendo does, I guess. They make like a Mario Kart, they make a Mario game, they make a Zelda game, and then they wait till the next console and they do it again. So we'll move to the next bit of news, and that, my friends, is Jonathan Majors gets an August trial date after appearing in court for the first time. So he's going to go on trial on August the 3rd for domestic violence charges. According to the Hollywood Reporter, Majors appears in New York criminal court on June 20th to hear the misdemeanor charges of assault and harassment against him, and to have the August 3rd trial date set. He was arrested on March 25th under charges of strangulation, assault and harassment after a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman. Should we just not really talk about all these things until the trials are all sort of done? Don't like talking about bits and bobs until, it's either yes, he was that, or no, he wasn't that. But I guess we'll move into the next little bit of news that we've got, and that one is Marvel artists David Mack and Alex Maleev celebrated in gorgeous new art books. So David Mack and Alex Maleev, two artists synonymous with Marvel Comics, never heard of them, especially thanks to their retrospective contributions to the Daredevil franchise. I've heard of Daredevil. Fittingly, Mack and Maleev are the first two artists to be spotlighted in a series of lavish art books from Marvel and Clover Press. IGN can exclusively reveal that many gorgeous pages, including in the Marvel art of David Mack. Check them out in this gallery below. I'm not gonna, but does it say when the art book is coming on? Oh, you can view the Kickstarter campaign here. I wish I'd have known it wasn't a Kickstarter. I don't like to promote Kickstarter stuff until things are done. I did have a news story for the Nintendo Direct for this week, but I'm going to move on from that one because that's already happened, and I'll talk about some of the stuff that's been in that show later. So we'll move straight into the next bit of news, and that's Kojima is deeply involved in the Death Stranding movie. As reported by Games Radar, Kojima took to Twitter below to reveal the long list of departments he'll be involved with for the Death Stranding film adaptation. Just to be clear, I am deeply involved in producing, supervising, plotting, look, design and content of the film adaptation of Death Stranding. Just not in charge of directing, Kojima said. The award-winning game director has been shy about sharing his desire to work in films, hasn't been shy about wanting to work in films. Game creator, 70% of my body is made of movies. Read his Twitter bio, for example. Many fans therefore expected Death Stranding film to be his first foray into film directing. I wouldn't, because it's a massive game, it's a massive franchise, it's a massive movie, and to get someone to be your first ever director, I think that would be scary. It really would. Maybe a co-director so he could get his fingers into the pies and stuff, but I don't know. So, next bit of news. The Ghost of Tsushima movie director looking at ways to expand further into the sequels and TV. So, the John Wick Chapter 4 director Chad Stahelski has given an update on his Ghost of Tsushima film, saying the team is looking for ways to expand it beyond the single movie into sequels and TV spin-offs. Discussed how you transform the story of a video game that's dozens of hours long into a film, and teased that Sony's perhaps thinking about more than a single bout to the silver screen. I don't know, would you rather have like a really nice, fresh, fast action movie start to finish, ends how it should end, or would you rather see the director try and get more out of it and more into the next sort of things? I'm not sure how I would like. I think I would like just a one and done movie. I'm not 100% sure in all these getting into the franchise and making things keep going and going and going. But anyway, Linda Hamilton joins the Stranger Things Season 5 cast. So Stranger Things just added a very big actor to the final season. Linda Hamilton, best known to be Sarah Connor in the Terminator 2 and the Terminator Dark Fate, is joining the cast for Season 5. It was announced during today's Tundum livestream. I don't know what Tundum is. It's undeniably a huge get for Stranger Things, which has nabbed some major stars of the 80s in the past. There's obviously Winona Ryder, who's a member of the cast as Joyce Byers, but the show has also featured Full Metal Jacket star Matthew Modine, Freddy Krueger actor Robert Englund. Was Robert Englund in it? The Goonies breakout Sean Ashton, and the Princess Brides Carrie Elwes? No idea. And Maddie U star Paul Reiser. I liked Paul Reiser. He was in Aliens. He got killed. Stranger Things has to be nearing the 90s by now. Hamilton, who truly became an action icon in James Cameron's 1991 classic Terminator 2 Judgment Day, makes a lot of sense. Plus, with Season 4 finale basically tearing up a giant showdown with Vecna. I was going to say Veng, I don't know. the Hawkins crew is going to need some muscle. I don't know. We'll keep it at that. I did like Stranger Things. I thought it was a really good little thing. And then... Oh, cracked. Sorry. A lot of neck problems. Really hurts. We'll go into the next bit of news. And that is... Xbox Series X and Game Pass are about to get a little more expensive. They're about to increase the Series X and Game Pass. In a statement sent out to the outlet, Carrie Perez, the head of communications at Xbox, confirmed the price hikes. Microsoft will increase the price of its high-end ninth generation console, the Xbox Series X, beginning August 1st. The Verge notes that the pricing will impact most countries, not including the US, explaining that the cost of an Xbox Series X will be $479.99 in the UK, $549 across most of European markets, $650 in America, in Canada, and nearly $800 in Australia. Important to note that the Series S will remain at the same price of $299 in the US for the 512 and $350 for the 1TB model. However, the price of Xbox Game Pass will increase in all countries, with the service beginning July 6th. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate will now cost $16.99, a $2 increase, and regular Xbox Game Pass will now cost $1. That's not too bad, is it? However, the price of PC Game Pass will remain at $9.99 a month. This is the first time that Microsoft announced an increase since it launched in 2017. Now it's not entirely surprising considering Xbox boss Phil Spencer mentioned last October the price of Xbox hardware and Game Pass would go up at some point. We've held our prices for consoles for many years and have adjusted the prices to reflect the competitive conditions in each market. So, there we go. Xbox getting a little bit more expensive. So we'll see how that happens in the future. We'll see. I'm not too bothered about the $2 price increase for the actual service. It's not that bad. It's a really good service. But next bit of news. Amazon sued by the FTC for allegedly tricking customers into signing up for Prime. In a complaint filed today, the FTC accused Amazon of knowingly duping millions of customers into signing up for Amazon Prime. More specifically, the FTC elaborated on how Amazon used dark patterns that tricked customers into automatically renewing a subscription to Prime, noting that during the checkout process, the company made it difficult for customers to locate the button to finish purchasing an item in their cart. In many cases, the option to purchase items on Amazon without subscribing to Prime was more difficult for customers to locate. In some cases, the button presented to customers to complete their transaction did not clearly state that in choosing the option, they were also agreeing to join Prime for a recurring subscription. I think this kind of thing happens all over. I really think that the Xbox and the PlayStation do this sort of thing to get you onto their service. Oh, get this free thing there in really small print somewhere. You also get a rolling contract. But, I don't know. So, we will move on to the next bit of news. I think I'm sweating like hell now. This room is so hot. No window open, middle of the day, lights all around me. It's quite funky. Anyway, we'll get back onto the news. So, an industry expert calls Flash box office debut a disaster for DC. Speaking to Variety, an anonymous industry veteran, well, don't be anonymous, say who you are, dick, who worked on many major film campaigns, said The Flash should be opening at 120 million domestic after it opened at a feeble 55 million. This is an unmitigated disaster, they added. This is because DC Studios' 2023 release schedule, which includes Shazam 2, The Flash, Blue Beetle and Aquaman 2, is estimated by experts speaking to Variety to cost between $1.1 billion and $1.2 billion in production and marketing, leaving the remaining two films with a lot to catch up. The Flash premiered on June 15th and is therefore due another few weeks at the box office, though its recent competition in the likes of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has completely outperformed it so far. The sequel opened at 120.5 million, and even in its second week earned more than The Flash's debut with 55.42 million of its own. There has certainly been a lot of conversation about The Flash, however, handled by the wealth of cameos that has been deemed by some as odd and offensive. Oh, shut up. I'm not going to go into it. I've not seen it yet. I don't really go to the cinema that much, so I'll watch it when I can watch it. I have seen... What did I watch? Oh, the new Little Mermaid movie. It was okay. It was weird, but it was okay. It wasn't what I would say great. If you haven't seen the original, it's alright. If you've seen the original, why do you need to watch this one? The original's perfect. Anyway, next bit of news. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, a brand new 2D Mario revealed at the Nintendo Direct. So during the Nintendo Direct, the game is coming out on October 20th. Wonder features a new elephant power-up, local multiplayer, talking flowers and playable Daisy. The central mechanic this time around appears to be the new Wonder Flowers, where touching one can completely change the way the world looks and plays. The ground can start moving, a herd of sheep may appear, Mario can stretch into an extremely tall version of himself, or you might transform into something different. So, just wondering, are any of you guys excited for a new 2D Mario game? Or is it just Nintendo drip feeding games that they know will sell? I'm not sure. I'm not a massive Nintendo fan, so I wasn't massively hyped for that reveal. I wasn't expecting it, but it wasn't, a good thing in my opinion. So we'll move to the next sort of game that was revealed, and I bet everyone knows what this was going to be. But Super Mario RPG Remake announced during Nintendo Direct. So it's going to remake the beloved SNES game Super Mario RPG. So it's going to have brand new graphics and launches November 17th, 23. So it was originally released on the Super Nintendo. Super Mario RPG has been overhauled with new graphics. Join Mario, Bowser, Princess Peach and the original characters Mallow and Geno in an RPG filled with twists, turns and treasure. Mario must team up with his allies and face down a menacing force known as the Smithy Gang in order to recover 7 stars and repair the Star Road. So it looked alright. It just looked a bit more... How do you say this without sounding disrespectful? It kind of looked like a mobile game. That sort of the sheen to it, the graphical style, it just looked like a mobile. I don't know. Right, and then we'll click on this last bit of news that I've got. I'm still sweating. I'm really sorry, guys. And then the last bit of news is the FTC. Xbox making Starfield and Redfall exclusive. Powerful evidence against the Activision Blizzard merger. Microsoft actions following its acquisition of ZeniMax and Bethesda is powerful evidence in favour of preventing the company's purchase of Activision Blizzard, the Federal Trade Commission said in a new filing ahead of the upcoming showdown over the agency's request for a pre-injunction. Last week, the FTC requested a restraining order temporarily blocking the $68.7 billion deal ahead of a hearing beginning on June 22nd. Leading up to this week's hearing, Microsoft, Activision and the FTC were able to submit options on the matter. In the FTC document, the agency pointed to Microsoft's willingness to make games Xbox exclusive in its argument against the acquisition. Defendants put great stock in Microsoft's concerns about infuriating gamers. If it were to foreclose rivals' access to Activision content, but those same concerns did not stop the ZeniMax decision, the options read in parts. But I'm going to stop this recording thing. But for me, the difference is Starfield and Redfall, it's not as if it's Starfield 16 and all the games were on PlayStation before that. It's like a brand new game and a brand new franchise that they were making. and that's, for me, is perfect to be an exclusive on a new console. If it was a game that was like made and it'd been always on PlayStation, then that's different. And people might say, well, what about the Elder Scrolls? Well, the Elder Scrolls 3 was originally on the Xbox and it wasn't on the PlayStation 2. So there's arguments there to say that the actual Xbox, it's alright to be exclusive. It was originally on that system. But we'll just have a quick look into this week's top 40.